German media reveal the full extent of the German car crisis. Are you ready for a shocking revelation about the future of the German car industry? What if I told you that some of the most iconic car brands in the world, like Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz, are facing a crisis that could change the automotive landscape forever? From unsold cars piling up to massive financial losses, the situation is worse than anyone could have imagined. How did this happen, and what does it mean for the future of these legendary brands? Having formerly been the pride of automotive engineering around the world, the German automobile industry is currently facing a crisis that has never been seen before. Germany's automobile manufacturers, which are well known for names such as Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Audi, are currently struggling with a dramatic decline in demand, an oversupply of vehicles, and intense competition from other markets, particularly China. The issue has reached a stage where German manufacturers are paying millions of dollars to hold thousands of vehicles that have not been sold for lengthy periods of time, sometimes even years, on enormous lots. The sector is currently suffering enormous issues, and this crisis, which has been termed as catastrophic by several within the business, has brought to light questions regarding the industry's future survival. There is mounting evidence that there is an oversupply. One of the most frightening features of this problem is the enormous quantity of vehicles that have not been sold and are currently accumulating in storage sites all over Germany. An overhead photograph taken in Essen, North Rhine, indicates that there are unending rows of brand new automobiles that are sitting idle. The total value of these automobiles is over 300 million euros. These automobiles, which are composed primarily of Volkswagens and Audis, have not been delivered and are not desired. According to reports, there are certain automobiles that have been parked for more than a year, and there are no purchasers in sight. The problem is made worse by the fact that manufacturers are continuing to create automobiles at the same rate as before, which results in an excess of vehicles that the market is unable to consume. Employees working for organizations that specialize in vehicle logistics have stated that the current scenario is unlike anything they have ever witnessed. An employee informed the reputable German newspaper Bild, "Cars keep arriving, but hardly any of them are leaving." Bild is a publication that is used in Germany. As a result of the fact that storage facilities and transport trucks are at capacity, producers are forced to rent more space at tremendous expense. As a result of this excess, manufacturers have been forced into a difficult situation where they must either cease production or continue to accumulate inventory that has not been sold. Why are German automobiles losing their competitive benefits? This concerning circumstance has been brought about by a number of variables, the most important of which are the intensification of competition on a worldwide scale and the shifting preferences of consumers. German companies have been the undisputed leaders in the luxury and performance markets for several decades, but their supremacy is currently being challenged. Inequality in terms of cost. Although German automobiles are revered for their high level of quality, they come with a heavy price tag. In a time when affordability and value are of the utmost importance, customers are increasingly purchasing products from other companies that provide comparable features at lower prices. For instance, Chinese automobile manufacturers are flooding the market with electric cars, EVs, that are not only affordable, but also feature superior technology and range. The Xpeng G6, a Chinese electric vehicle, has a range of 600 kilometers and a warranty that lasts for 10 years for about 38,000 euros, which is a package that German automakers are unable to match. The technological gap in electric vehicles. When it comes to innovation, Germany has been reluctant to adapt to the electric vehicle revolution, which has allowed competitors to outstrip them. Electric vehicles manufactured in Germany frequently fall short in terms of range and technology, in contrast to electric vehicles, EVs, manufactured by other companies such as Tesla and BYD. In addition, the electric vehicle, EV infrastructure in Germany, which includes charging stations, is not yet fully developed, which further discourages prospective purchasers. Trends in international economics. multiple regions are experiencing a decline in sales, which is contributing to the contraction of the global automotive market. As a result of the economic uncertainties, consumers are delaying the purchase of expensive items such as automobiles. Brands that are largely dependent on premium categories, such as German brands, are especially susceptible to these disruptions. The influence of Chinese competition. Among the most significant beneficiaries of the crisis in the German automobile industry are Chinese automakers. Local firms such as BYD, NIO, and XPeng are rapidly gaining market share in China, a market that was long controlled by premium names from Germany. As a result of falling sales in China, German firms have resorted to extreme measures, such as offering discounts of up to 50% on specific models. Even with these significant price reductions, companies are still having trouble competing with the value propositions of vehicles manufactured in China. In Germany, the automotive industry is a fundamental component of the economy since it makes a considerable contribution to both employment and exports. The situation, as a result, has ramifications that are quite far-reaching. It has been announced by major manufacturers, such as Volkswagen and Ford, that they will be closing their factories, laying off employees, and reducing production in order to meet the sluggish demand. Thousands of jobs, ranging from those working on assembly lines to those working in supply chains, are in jeopardy. Based on the data provided by the Federal Motor Transport Authority, the number of new car registrations in Germany has decreased by 0.4% as compared to the previous year. The fact that this decrease comes after a performance that was already insufficient in 2023 is a particularly alarming development. In an effort to adapt, manufacturers are scrambling. As a result of increasing losses and increasing pressure, German automobile manufacturers are investigating potential solutions to resolve the situation. Those that are trying to get rid of unsold inventory are concentrating on offering discounts. It is common practice for manufacturers to release new automobiles into the market toward the end of each year in order to increase their sales figures and strengthen their balance sheets. However, discounts on their own are not sufficient to alleviate the underlying problems that are affecting the sector. Automakers are making efforts to transition toward electric vehicles, EVs, and invest in new technologies, in addition to making short-term solutions. Despite the fact that the crisis is causing problems for manufacturers, there are some stakeholders who are gaining through the scenario. Companies that specialize in automotive logistics, for instance, are making money off of the surplus of unsold automobiles.